Welcome to another episode of RVCast. I'm excited for this episode because we have just upgraded something on our van. What we did was we were able to put Sherpa racks, the hinge mounted racks, and a large Al Vans box on here. We just went down to Quartzsite, Arizona, and so it was really nice because we were able to just jaunt over to Mesa, Arizona to get these Sherpa racks installed. One thing that I'll mention is our van is a 2018 chassis, and so that created some complications because most of these racks are for the Sprinter vans are made for 2019 and older. But Al Vans did have a full Sherpa rack that's a hinge mounted, and so we got one on each door, and they had a sale on the combo pack with the Sherpa and the large box. And so the thing that I'm excited about this episode though is what we're doing with the box. You'll notice that there's a thickness to the box here, and a lot of that has to do with accommodating the locking mechanism and then of course the weather seal around. What I wanted to do was create a way that I could use the interior of this door for things that I use all the time, mainly electricity. So I want a place where I can hang my surge protector whenever we plug in, and also my 15 amp extension cord with the 30 amp adapter so that it's easily and readily available just by opening the door. And what I came up with was purchasing a steel pegboard. And interestingly enough, I went on ChatGPT and I gave him this specific, hey, I bought an Al Vans large Sherpa mounted box and a steel pegboard. What's the best way to attach it? And it gave me a number of different options. Number one was to use rivets like Al Vans has used to attach this outside accessory piece, and that would be incredibly secure. Another option was to use pop rivets, which would be a little less secure but stable. And then the third option that they gave me was to use a heavy-duty Velcro. I decided to go with the heavy-duty Velcro. This will hold up to 10 pounds, and honestly, I don't really see where I'm going to have much more than that, and I'm going to put a lot of Velcro around so that it'll be nice and secure. The reason that I decided to go with that is I'm not quite committed to putting holes in my brand new box. And so this may just be a test that we eventually go to actually riveting it into place, or we may just find that the Velcro works perfect. The other nice thing about using the Velcro is that I can take it off and make any modifications if necessary. In order to use the Velcro, I did a 1/2 inch piece of plywood and just cut it to size to where it would work around the locking mechanism. And then I also drilled some holes to accommodate for the rivets that they've used. And then on top of that piece of plywood is going to be our metal pegboard. And I notched out the locking mechanism again. And so this will be attached to the plywood. The plywood will be Velcroed to the door, and then we'll be able to organize some things on the pegboard. So, hey, let's just see how it turns out. Okay, so I've got the Velcro on the 1/2 inch plywood, and that's just simply taking one piece and putting it over the other. Of course, putting the adhesive on the board on the bottom part. I'm going to now take the adhesive off of the strip that I used as the connecting strip. We just want to make sure that we're careful in lining it up. So just making sure that the surface is dry and clean. And let's put this big bad boy in place. So I've got it in place. Now it's just a matter of pressing that Velcro to make sure the adhesive attaches to the door. I like it, and if I need to get it off, it's on there, but I can get it off, which is nice. And now we're just going to adhere or screw on the actual plate. Okay, so we're just going to put the pegboard in place here, loading up a 1/2-inch wood screw, which will be fine if it goes through a little bit, because remember, we've got that little bit of Velcro between the back of the board and the actual door. So I'm not going to mar the door at all. We just line this up to, I'm not too concerned about it being perfect. Eyeballing it a little bit. Okay, we've got a nice sturdy pegboard there. Let me show you what I think is a brilliant idea. We'll see. I picked up this, it's almost like a broom closet, broom holder, spring-loaded. And what I'm going to do is cut it and mount it in such a way that I can simply hang, for instance, the surge protector. It'll be in such a way that I can just easily pull that off, and we'll just mount this to the board. That's why I offset the board a little bit, was so that I could attach this. And these things slide. I can cut them down to whatever size I want. I'll go ahead and get this installed, and then we'll start organizing. Okay, so there we have it. We are done. The 1/2-inch plywood is mounted by Velcro to the door. And honestly, folks, that's not going anywhere. I think this is going to be a great solution where I haven't had to put any holes in the box to put some of the mounted items. I've got a rack system to hold various electrical components, and this is just a simple pegboard hook. So let's see what we've got. So I've got my 50 to 30 amp dog bone, my 30 amp surge protector. And the nice thing here is to get these out, it's just simply spring loaded, yet sturdy enough that they're going to stay in place just fine. And then my 15 amp cord with the 30 amp adapter for when we only have 15 amp service, and that just hangs on the pegboard hook. Overall, I'm really pleased with this. We're going to take it on the road, see how it holds up, but honestly, my confidence level is way up. Let's see how it all comes together. How about that? I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for a later episode where I've ordered a 55-inch tall gear locker that's really used for band roadies and for like packing keyboards and things like that. I want to carry my golf clubs. And so we'll see if that's compatible with putting it on the other side, and see if that roadie box is good to mount vertically. So until then, hey, we'll see you on the road. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RVcast. We hope you enjoyed hearing about our latest adventures on the road.
And don't forget, if you're itching to explore unique and interesting RV destinations, be sure to download the CurbNTurf app.
That's right, CurbNTurf, it's your go-to for finding those hidden gems off the beaten path. And hey, if you own property and you want to share your slice of paradise with fellow travelers, why not become a host yourself?
Absolutely. Just head over to CurbNTurf.com/start hosting to get started, or reach out to us for more information.
Yeah, and you don't want to miss a future episode, so be sure to subscribe to RVcast so that you never miss a beat.
Until next time, happy trails and safe travels.
We'll see you on the road.